Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in the Creative Builds world. We're just behind the town hall and the shopping mall or shopping centre in our town. We've got this nice open piece of ground. As you can see, I've kind of marked out the area that I want to use today. So we've got a nice wide path coming out of the back of the shopping centre leading into the road, and I've made a nice wide path in front of the building we're going to be building here, and then all the way around the side, and I've added a pretty little bit of seating behind our new building overlooking the ocean and the mountain range in the distance. And what we're going to build here is an art gallery. So the materials I'd like to use today are grey glazed terracotta. This is going to be for the interior floor, so you can always change the colours if you don't like the ones that I've chosen, but I wanted it to be a bit sleek and modern because it's going to be displaying the art, and you don't want the building itself to detract too much from the artwork. So grey glazed terracotta. We'll need paintings, of course, because it's an art gallery. I want to use the item frame on the front of the building to see if we can make a little sign with the birch fences. And then for the building itself, we've got grey concrete, light grey concrete, light grey stained glass pane, white concrete and smooth quartz stairs. So it's going to be a very simple building, very easy for you to build. So let's start with the grey concrete. So what you want is two contrasting colours that you think look nice for your build. So I'm using the darker and the lighter grey for mine. So we want to start in the front corner and we want to go across by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then the long length is going to be, including this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 and 30. So that's 13 by 30. If you want to make an identical build, you can of course change the dimensions to fit your own world, and you'll have to do a little bit of jiggling with the interior walls for displaying your paintings, but I'm sure you can fit it to any size of plot that you want to. But this is just the idea that I came up with for mine, and it fits quite nicely, as you can see, in this space that we've got. So that's 13 by 30. So those are our exterior walls. Now there's not too much detailing on this building, so it'll be very, very simple. What I first want to do, of course, is on the interior we want to put in our floor. I'm going to use the grey glazed terracotta, and I'm not going to attempt to make it fit a pattern. I'm just going to go in one direction. This is one of the reasons I've picked this particular block, because I don't think it looks odd if you don't rotate to get the full block pattern on it. I think it makes a nice abstract design just by placing it quickly together. Ooh, let's put it in the right places, Kitty. Hello sheep. Why is there always a sheep whenever I build? It's one of those oddities, isn't it, that's happening on my channel. It's always a sheep in there. And here you've got the therapeutic placing the block one at a time to keep you nice and calm and relaxed. Is it just me that feels like that? It's nice and calming placing blocks all the time? Let me know in the comments. Do you feel it's a bit therapeutic to just sit there placing blocks? Could just be me. I know I'm a bit odd. Now let's hope that that sheep moves out of our way, as I don't want to hurt the sheep. Did you like my bit of grass, sheep? Is it tasty grass? I'm afraid you'll have to go and find some more tasty grass somewhere else, because we'll be covering up this little plot with our grey concrete to make our nice floor. Right. Here we go. How far? Oh, it's quite a big building, so this is actually quite a long job, isn't it? Maybe I should have done some of this off camera, but I don't particularly like to do that. I only do it when we've got the bigger builds, you know, just to not make the videos too long, but I'd rather do it all on camera if I possibly can, so that you see the whole thing. And we're going to box the sheep in a little corner. Hello sheep, hello. That's a good sheep, that's it, he's moving out of the way. Or she is, I don't know. It's hard to tell with these sheep, isn't it? Oh, we're nearly there, last couple of rows. Ooh, placing it in the wrong place again. Nice and flat, we don't want a hilly floor inside our building, we want it nice and flat and smooth. We want the people to be looking at the art, not falling over the bumpy terrain on the floor. Yeah, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there. That's it, stay out, sheepy, don't come back in. Ah, sheep's come back. Hello sheep, do you like my floor? It kind of looks like one of those patterns that can make your eyes go a bit crissy-crossy, can't it? But there you go, that's the flooring. So now what we need to do is decide where we're going to put our doors. And we want to go back to the grey concrete again for this. So I want to put a door in line with where my door is for the shopping centre. But I don't want to make it too big or too weird. So what we're going to do, we're going to make it 3 wide, just like the door for this. And I want to come up by 3 and then come across. So it's exactly the same as the door that I've got there. So you can come straight out of one building and walk straight into the new one, right? And then I also want a door on the front. Now we're also going to want to make sure we've got I'm going to put a counter in this corner. So I want to put that in first before I put in my front door. So I'd like 2 spaces for the staff to be able to stand, and then I'm going to want my counter space. Now I want my counter out of the quartz stairs, and I'm going to put it upside down like that. So we want about 4, maybe 5 long. Hang on. Let's come one away from where this other door's going to be. That's what I think I'm going to do. Like so. So my counter is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long. But of course your counter could be in a different position because you might not want your doors in the same place as I'm putting my doors. So that's all variable. Play around with the design to fit into the build that you want it to be. And then I want the door to be at least 1 away from here, and then we come up by 1. Actually, no, do you know what? I want the door to come right next to the counter. So 1, 2, 3 tall, and then we're going to go across. We want the door to be 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, and then we want the other side to come up to it like so. So we've got 2 nice big doors on 2 sides with the counter in between the 2. That's how I'm going to do it, but as I said, you could put your doors anywhere you want on your build to fit your town, and then of course you'll have to jig the interior a little bit just to make it fit into your build area. Now we're going to want to frame out the building. So what I want to do is come to the corners, and I want to go up by 6 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the block next to it, I want to do the same, but this time with the light grey concrete, so that we're framing out the edge of the building, and the 2 different colours will give it a bit of depth and a little bit of colour and make it look that little bit different. And I want to do that on all of the corners. Now this one isn't going to be the same because this is where I've got my door, but we still want it to be the same height. Now the easiest way to do that, of course, is to run across your dark concrete all the way across the sides of your building, and then you want it to join up on all 4 corners. So let's run. Whoop. That moved too fast and I didn't place the block. Right. I'm going to go past the end of the building, aren't I? Right, let's go down and come up from the corner. Oh, I didn't go across the edge because it's quite long. Oh, hang on, I didn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we come across with our other one, all the way, meow, and then across again, meow, and up from the base in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the row across on the top that makes 7 blocks tall in total. We are... Oops! See, I can't do it fast enough. Yeah. Oh. I think the button on my trackball might be starting to get a little bit squishy. So occasionally we don't quite get what we want. Right, so go back now to the light concrete. In my case it's the 2 shades of grey, because I just think that looks kind of sleek for a nice sort of build for an art gallery. So do that on all the corners, 1 row at either side, like so. Come on, place the block, kitty. Oh, here we go. Up. And here where we've got the door, remember that's going to be slightly different. We can place it on that side, and we can just put 2 there, like so. And voila, there we go. That's what we've got so far. Ta-da! Now, where the doors are, I want to run the light grey concrete up the side of where the edge of the door is, like so, and do that on the other one as well. We've already got one there because it's right on the corner, but we'll do the same on this one, like that. There we go, just to make it look like it has support for where the door and everything is. Now these long sides are very, very big, so what you want to do is find the centre. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Not sure I counted that right, so let's do it from the other side as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right, perfect. Now, as you can see, that's double wide pillar right here, because I don't have an exact centre. So I'm going to do that on the front and on the back. Keep them in line. Line it up, line it up, line it up. Put it in here, like so. All the way to the top. And I think you can guess what I'm going to say now. Switch to the light grey concrete and run a row up. I don't like that, I think it's too wide. I'm going to take out the second row. So it'll be 1 block off centre on the back, but on the front, because we've also got the door, people aren't going to notice. If you prefer the double block, leave it in. If you don't have it, you could make your build not an odd number, not an... I say, put my teeth back in. You can make the build an odd number in length instead of an even number. I made an even number 30, which means I don't have an exact centre. But if you made yours 31, you would have an exact centre. You just play with it. Do what you like. Play with it. Have fun. Now, I can't speak. Light grey stained glass pane. That is actually hard to say, isn't it? Light grey stained glass pane is the one that I've chosen. You could use plain glass, or you could use any colour you want to match your build. I'm using these because it makes the glass look slightly smoky, as if the glass is one of those, you know, the ones that keep the sunlight out, to keep the UV out, to protect the paint on the paintings. See, that's smart, isn't it? It's like that sun-tinted glass, just to make it have that colour, just to protect your paintings and things. It's like in big museums, you often have the rooms with the art in are at a controlled lower temperature to protect the paintings. I'm thinking that you want to keep the sun off if you're in a nice sunny environment, so that it doesn't fade the paints. So that's kind of what I'm going for, this kind of look, to make it look like they've thought about things like that to protect the artwork while they're displaying it. And what we want to do is we want to fill in all of these great big windows with this glass. Now this actually is going to be a long and slow job, and it would be terribly boring for you to sit and watch me do all of that on screen, wouldn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to fill all of these in on screen, because that's kind of easy, isn't it? You just fill all the gaps in, and don't forget the bits above where the doors are. Now you see why I thought we want these pillars to make it look like the whole thing's supported, because we want to add as much glass as we possibly can in as many places as we possibly can.